Hi, I'm Tim and this is Jamie and I'm here at Flamme Rouge Cycles in Bedford and we're going to check out the 2023 road bike lineup from Trek. So Jamie, thanks for having us here. Obviously if I'm looking at a road bike, I've got three models to choose from, right?
Absolutely. You got the Domane, which is the endurance road bike, you got the Emonda, which is our climbing bike, and you have the awesome Madone, which is the aero super fast bike.
Fantastic. And each one of those bikes, I presume, have got some real qualities, some real areas of strength?
Absolutely, yeah. They've got unique features which make their riding experience slightly different for each one, suitable for different riders.
Okay, so where should we start?
Let's start with the Domane.
Okay, Domane, so lovely colour. Tell me about this bike. This is the bike that I believe Trek built specifically for the Paris-Roubaix?
Absolutely. The model was designed when it first originated a few years back around the cobbles of Paris-Roubaix. Big cobbles, bumpy roads, northern Europe, and what they wanted was a bike that was fast but able to cope with that kind of terrain and get you there in comfort. So on the Domane we've got ISOspeed, which gives you compliance in the rear, so your backside and your back gets a bit of a rest when you're riding along, but it's still got a lightweight race geometry so you can ride for miles and be comfortable.
Fantastic. So this bike is built for endurance, it's built for comfort. You mentioned ISOspeed. What else gives us that comfort on a bike?
So in terms of this, you've got the geometry which gives you a slightly more upright position than perhaps you might see on some other road bikes, and also it's got the capability to take 32mm tyres. So when you've got big fat rubber like that on a road bike, it can really soften the ride and make you kind of go in a nice smooth way.
Are we tubeless tyres?
It will be tubeless compatible, absolutely. This one here, we've got the new Tubolito range in there, which is a super lightweight tube, but gives you great puncture resistance. Separate video on that. But yeah,
right.
They all come tubeless out of the box. We put an upgrade on the wheels and the tyres on this one.
Fantastic. And tell me about this frame then. So is this aluminium? Is this carbon?
So this is 500 series carbon, which is the SL model. It comes as an SL or an SLR, where you get a lighter weight model. With the carbon fibre, what it means they can do is that they can actually make all the compliance in the right places and all the stiffness in the right places. So a bike like this is super stiff around the head tube, super stiff around the bottom bracket for your power transfer, but got great compliance around the seats, and it's got great steering from the geometry.
So you told me that at Flamme Rouge this is the most popular road bike you sell.
Absolutely, yes.
So who's buying this bike? Who's it for?
It's our regular club riders, it's the guys that ride with us on Fridays and Saturdays, it's people who want to ride Bedfordshire roads with all their delightful potholes and gravel and all that sort of stuff. It can even be set up as a gravel bike given the width of tyres it can take, but it gives you a really comfortable ride on what are, you know, mixed condition roads, so great for Bedfordshire.
So there you have it, guys. The first bike in the three bike lineup we're looking at today is Trek's Domane. It's fast, but just as importantly, it's comfortable. It's designed for endurance. Okay, so Jamie, what we're going to look at next?
Let's have a look at the Emonda.
Let's do that. Okay, so the next bike we're going to take a look at, as Jamie just said, is the Trek Emonda. Now, Emonda, to me, that is a famous name. I think Emonda, I think Tour de France, I think the climbs. Absolutely. Tell me about Emonda.
So the Emonda is the lightweight bike from Trek. We would class it as our all-rounder, but definitely in the race bike category. So it's got a great race geometry, it's got great lightweight kit, and it's about you going fast over all the terrains.
Okay, so this is an all-round bike, but it's light and it's fast. What makes it faster?
What makes it fast? Well, it's got aerodynamics. In this generation, the Emonda, it's got aerodynamics that are designed right down to having a benefit of 15 miles an hour. So you can get some aero bikes, which are all about being super fast when you're going super high speeds. This one, for the normal rider, you'll feel those aerodynamic benefits.
So you're starting to see that aero technology, typically reserved for an aero bike, trickling down to the all-round race bike, in this case the Emonda. So again, we've got a carbon frame. We've got on this bike Ultegra.
Absolutely, yeah. So this has got some great kit on it. We've got upgraded wheels on this, so it makes it super light and whippy.
What are the wheels?
They are the Bontrager Aeolus RSL 37s, so they're super light wheels.
They look carbon.
They have carbon rims, they've got DT Swiss hubs. Yep. They're really lively. I was out on my bike with these wheels yesterday, and it really livens a bike up to put lightweight wheels like this on a bike.
Yeah, cool. I think they're getting up to speed quickly, unlike carbon wheels, just out of this world, and it's another experience altogether. So carbon frame, carbon wheels, Ultegra group set, beautiful, beautiful bike. But this is the SL6,
this one.
So where's the range start and where's the range top out?
So the range starts at the SL5 model, which has Shimano 105 on there, which is a great group set, really functional, and it goes right up to the SLR9. Right. So the letters in this, the SL or SLR refer to the frame. This is an SL, which is a great frame. The SLR takes about 500 grams out of the frame, so even lighter, even more whippy. And then the number relates to the group set, so 105, would be the 5, right up to a 9, which is either Dura Race or SRAM E-Tap. So where you're going to kind of real dream territory in terms of your bike.
Wireless group sets.
Absolutely, all
gears.
that, yeah.
Sign me up for that. Cool. Okay, so I asked you the same question about the Domane. Why would I choose an Emonda over a Domane?
So an Emonda, it's got a geometry which means it's slightly lower at the front end, so if you're a bit more flexible and you want to get that additional speed from being a bit more tucked, this is the bike to go for. Likewise, if you've got something planned, perhaps you're going to the Alps or you're going to the Pyrenees, you've got some mega climbs to do, this is the bike to have for that, because it's so light, so lively, real fun in the mountains, carving around hairpins, coming back down, absolutely awesome.
Is that speed relevant in the real world? I mean, I'm nearly 15 stone. I shouldn't be on a road bike, but I am. Will I feel the benefit and the speed difference of an Emonda over a Domane?
So what you would feel is they have a different geometry.
Yeah.
So the Emonda has a shorter wheelbase than the Domane.
Yeah.
So what that means is when you're on the bike, it feels more lively.
Yeah.
It wants you to stand up and throw it around. The Domane, a great bike. What it does really well is it carves around corners on broken tarmac, really steady, that longer wheelbase, lower centre of gravity.
Yeah.
This has got the higher centre of gravity, the shorter wheelbase, just a really lively bike.
Fantastic. Love it. I guess that just leaves one more model in the range, right?
Absolutely. Save the best to last, as they say.
The dream machine. Dream machine. So we're going to check out now the 2023 Trek Madone SLR. Right, okay, Jamie, so like you said, we've saved the best to last. This is the dream machine, this is the speed machine, this is the 2023 Trek Madone SLR. Jamie, Madone and speed, those two words just go together anyway.
Absolutely.
What's special about this new bike for 2023?
This bike is just awesome. So, where do we start? First off, it's got the new ISOFlow system in the back. So what you've got there is what some people might say is just a hole in the frame. Actually, what it is a place where it adds compliance to the frame because there's a little bit of give around there, but also it's got some aerodynamic benefits to allow the air to flow through. So
you mentioned some flexibility there. They've taken out ISOSpeed.
They've taken out the original ISOSpeed, yeah. So that was an area which added weight to a bike. It did add comfort, but they felt that actually they could achieve what they wanted to at Trek by doing the ISOFlow.
Fantastic. So what else? So I guess, aerodynamically then, this has had more research, more investment than ever before. My God, this carbon cockpit is absolutely tiny.
Yeah.
So we've got full carbon cockpit.
Absolutely.
We've got Trek's lightest ever carbon frame. Is this the 800 series?
This is the 800 series frame, so you've got super light carbon fibre technology in here, and then you've got the aerodynamics. This is all about aerodynamics. It's why you see the thick tubes on there, it's why you see the cam tails on the back of it and things like that.
So before I take this, whose bike is it? Because obviously this has had a few little bits and bobs put on it.
This is Billy's bike from the shop.
It's Billy's bike from the shop, right.
Saturday
Billy,
boy
you might not see this bike ever again, if I can just get my hands that narrow on the bars. But yeah, really, really special. I mean, so Billy's gone for Dura Race.
Absolutely, yeah.
Amazing to see that still about, because obviously there's a lot of talk about technology trickling down, 105 Ultegra, 105 Di2 now, but Billy's spec with Dura Race, fantastic. So that is the top tier.
Absolutely top tier from Shimano of what you can have on this bike. And he's got the Bontrager Aeolus RSL 51 wheels.
Yeah.
So super lightweight carbon hoops on there, really aerodynamic. You get these things over about 20 miles an hour and they just hold their speed. They're amazing.
So for the weight weenies and geeks like me, how much will this weigh?
This, without pedals, weighs 7.3 kilos.
7.3
so it's lost over a kilo from its predecessor.
I mean, that's incredibly light when you consider that we've moved to disc brakes.
Absolutely.
They were the sort of weights that 5 years ago you'd be talking about, but actually things have gone the other way a little bit.
Absolutely.
So to get such an incredible low weight with discs is really impressive. So I mean, I like to think it's really obvious. We've got this Aero Supreme speed machine. Who's it for? Should I be on one?
You can be on one, absolutely. With a bike fit, anyone can fit any of these models that we've got here. Basically, this is for someone who wants to go fast, someone who wants to keep up with their mates, maybe wants to race. This is really about the ultimate speed and enjoying it. But with the weight reduction, I wouldn't rule out it being a climbing bike either. If you are going to go to the Alps and go and climb, this would do as good a job as the Emonda. It's a great bike. I think it's another all-rounder.
So there you go. I don't know if we've cleared anything up for you or not, but that is three great bikes, three incredible options. We've got Domane, the Paris-Roubaix king. Comfort and endurance, but pretty quick. We've got the all-round climbing bike, the Emonda. Lighter, faster, a great all-round choice. And then new for 2023, we've got this absolute speed machine. Absolute speed machine, the Trek Madone SLR. Which will you choose?